Okay, so the first one we're going to look at is Final Cut X. Final Cut has an inbuilt proxy system. It's a little bit restrictive. It's quite powerful, but it is restrictive on how you work because of the way that Final Cut wants everything is typical Apple. It's all walled garden, and basically bringing in external proxies into Final Cut, I don't think you can actually do it. I mean, there's probably a hack, but there's no like traditional way of bringing in a high resolution and then attaching pre-made proxies to it. I don't know. I don't think you can do that with it. You have to basically generate the proxies within the application and then work with them then. And sort of, that's pretty much it. It's sort of quite contained, but it is good. So we'll go through it on the computer and show you how it works. Okay, so here we are inside Final Cut. Made a library. I'm just going to show you some of the settings here quickly as well. Modified over here in storage locations. I've modified the storage locations and put an external folder called media, an external folder called cache. The reason that I do that is because basically if you don't want all your media or generated material inside the library, because if you have to move things around, you want a small library because it's a database file. It's just really quite problematic when you try and move it. So yeah, so stick everything outside. So okay, so we'll import some media here. I've got a folder here with some Komodo footage in it. Now, one of the big problems is with Final Cut is if it detects a camera a card structure, it won't let you leave the files in place because it thinks it's offloading a card, but it's not offloading a card. Anyway, so I want to leave them in place. I don't want to copy the media into the library. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is get inside the Komodo file. There's a red mag, and then we're just going to grab the top one. And over here, I've got my proxy creation. So I've got create proxy media, ProOS proxy, or H.264s. Now you can do either. We'll deal with this later in a later video about the problems, the pitfalls of H.264, and also the transcode speeds vary between the two of them. So I'll just do that top RDC file there, import it, and it will generate proxies as I do it, and it'll leave the media in place. So there's an unsupported file in there, not to worry, put it in. And if we go up the top here on our background task, it's transcoding and analyzing, so it's making me a proxy. Okay, so there you go. There's our file. And up here to check we've got a proxy attached, we go proxy only. Now if we go to optimize, that's the original. If we go back to proxy only, that's the proxy. Okay, so that's the most basic way to get a proxy made in Final Cut. Now, let's do it slightly differently. Let's import some media. Let's import the next mag, but we'll switch that off. And then we'll import selected. And again, it's RTN file, doesn't want that. Continue to import. So it's imported it. Now you can see I'm in proxy only mode, and there's a yellow triangle here, which means it doesn't have a proxy. So now you can make your proxy inside Final Cut. So if I right click, Transcode Media, I've got that little area again. So create proxy media, ProRes, I'm doing it 1920 by 1080. Click that. And it's doing it in the background task. And let me bring that window back up. There we are. It's transcoding, that's a bit bigger. Just let it do its thing, hopefully not too long. It's done. So now I've got proxy media attached to both. And then we got proxy only. Let's put optimized. Yeah. So basically, now I've got a media folder. Let me just jump into that. Let's just jump into that media folder quickly. And in here, my media folder now contains Final Cut proxy media. Okay. And there it is. These are my proxies that have been generated. So I can actually move that folder and give it to somebody else if I want, and they can relink to it with the project, and then you can relink to the masters. So it's all encased inside Final Cut, all very, very simple, and all very simple to do if you're working purely in Final Cut. And that's it. That's how you make proxies inside Final Cut. In later episodes, when we do camera generated proxies, and that's when things start to get a little bit more tricky. So we'll have a look at that part in a separate video. Anyway, there you go. Thanks for watching.